See a brawl inside the NFC West. We're just moments away from the action. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Northern California and Levi's Stadium in the South Bay in Santa Clara, California. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen. Greg, one of the joys of covering the league week in, week out, you watch guys grow and mature, and all of a sudden you turn around and look at the quarterbacks we have in this game. Now we're looking at guys who have arrived at that magic term, franchise quarterback.
Yeah, I think you just have to give a lot of credit, of course, to the player themselves, the work, the ability to invest in themselves to develop, but also in these organizations. They continue to surround these quarterbacks as they've gotten older with better talent, better systems, play to their strengths, maybe protect some of their weaknesses. That's what it takes to play at a high level at the quarterback for a long time in the NFL, and give credit to both these players and both these organizations. I think it's official. They have their quarterback of the future, and the future looks bright.
And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. So out comes the Arizona offense for the first time. And here is Kyler Murray, the #1 overall pick in 2019, to lead them.
I just love watching Kyler Murray play quarterback, Mike, because it just reminds you that they come in all shapes and sizes. I mean, to be this small, but this fast and have that much arm talent, you just don't see that combination very often, let alone in the NFL. But we are now more than a year removed from that knee injury. I think he's ready to prove that he was worth that #1 overall pick just a few seasons.
Right away, they're coming after him, and they get him. A sack on the opening snap of the game. Nick Bosa, the former All-Pro, in there for the sack.
We can feel this crowd all the way up here in the press box, Mike. I mean, one play in, one sack later, and this crowd is rocking.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. First carry for James Conner. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. He's got his man, complete to Wilson. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Conner. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Murray. He gets that to his big target, Trey McBride. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice.
That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
The 49ers offense set to get to work for the first time. They're led out by the last pick in the draft in 2022. Iowa State's Brock Purdy at quarterback.
Mr. Irrelevant. Well, I think it's safe to say, Mike, he has been anything but irrelevant since arriving in the NFL, and he is living proof. It doesn't matter if you're drafted first overall or, in his case, with the very last pick. What does matter is what you do with the opportunity once it's given to you. Nothing real flashy about his game. He simply gets the job done, and that's exactly what his team is counting on him today over these next 60 minutes. Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll work his way down inside the 30. Shooing off 7 yards on that one. They need the 24-yard line as they come up for 3rd down. To throw, Purdy. He's got his tight end, Kittle. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, 49ers.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
They face 2nd down and 7. They run once more with McCaffrey. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. Taking off, he'll try to get there. A pickup of 10, and it's going to set up 1st and goal.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in. You think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up 1st and goal.
And they'll run here with McCaffrey. He'll try to push forward, but only a yard down to the 2. From a little closer, here's 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. That is caught by the tight end, George Kittle. Touchdown, San Francisco.
So when you find yourself this tight to the goal line, Mike, the offense becomes a lot more restricted in as far as how deep you can throw the ball. The field is wider than it is long, and I think the idea here is let's spread them out. Let's put all of our eligibles out there and let the quarterback get a really good picture. Where are the holes in the coverage? Where are the one-on-one matchups that I like? And let's put this ball in the quarterback's hand, let him make a good decision, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
Extra point up and good from Moody. And the 49ers will take a 7-0 lead. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Here comes DJ Dallas on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Cards offense ready to get going with their second possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Now Murray keeping it himself. Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line.
I think this is something we're going to continue to see today, Mike, as this game goes along. They're going to make the defense make a decision. Do you want to account for the running back or do you want to account for the quarterback? In this case, they choose the running back, and the quarterback makes them pay by picking up the first down.
And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. Murray now off the bootleg. That's caught downfield by McBride. That long one's going to bring them first and goal. He is brought down at the 5-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
5 yards from the house. They've got it first and goal. They'll run it here, and it's Connor. Powering forward. He's in. James Conner. Touchdown, Arizona.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Now the veteran Matt Prater for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Cardinals will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense ready for their second possession. They'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Purdy. Now he'll run. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. Quick throw, taken in, and they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And Listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Purdy works out of the pistol. Quick throw here is complete. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Purdy. He'll complete this one. That's Deebo Samuel. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now Purdy. He'll go right and find his running back. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. 1st down and goal. Here's Purdy again. This one caught at the 4. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find...
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Brock Purdy, touchdown, 49ers. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Initially looking to throw it for the touchdown, couldn't find anything, so Greggy takes care of business himself, using his legs for the touchdown.
Well, it was clear early on, Mike, that this defense was expecting the pass, and after matching all the receivers in the end zone, this quarterback realized quickly it was his legs that he was going to need to rely on to get the ball across the goal line.
On is Moody to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the 49ers will move out to a 14-7 lead. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. DJ Dallas now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. They'll start this drive on the ground, and it's Connor. And he'll get about 6 there. setting up second down. To throw is Murray. That's to the right side, caught by McBride. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play, winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
He's going to run it. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
A couple of first downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Remember, Mike, he's already had a touchdown earlier in the first quarter, and at the way this game has started off, it looks like this defense is going to have their hands full stopping this guy.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Murray. Catch made right side by Wilson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
He's going to keep it himself.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
3rd and a yard. Here's Murray to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a first down.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
Now Murray on first down. That's caught by Harrison right side. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do...
And he's going to be taken down back at the 20-yard line. That is Leonard Floyd, the veteran who got to the quarterback.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
3rd and 9. Working out of the gun, Murray. That's left side, and that's the tight end, McBride.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
So, 4th down, and the veteran Matt Prater on for the Cards. The kick is perfect, right down the middle. And the Cardinals are back within 4 at 14-10.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So Prater now, after the made field goal, back out to kick off. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So after one, 14-10 is our score. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. So Kittle comes in motion. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
3rd and short. Purdy. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Just a great individual effort, and when you have a guy that can win his one-on-one matchups, now it becomes less about who's blocking him and how do we block him. Expect the offense to make some adjustments because right now, one-on-one, this defender is going to win every time.
So on 4th down, the Aussie, Mitch Wishnowsky, out to punt. And on the return for the Cardinals, it's Greg Dortch. He'll take this in back at the 16. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. The Cardinals offense about ready to take over once more. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Connor. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. 25 yards, the pickup there. It's an Arizona 1st down.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting 1st downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll run with Connor. And not a whole lot there as he'll get to midfield, and that's all. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll go right back to Connor. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Murray. Open man, right side. He's got it. It's a gain of 12 there. It's good for a Cardinals first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Now a second down throw for Murray. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Murray. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. 18 yards on the pickup there. It's an Arizona first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
They'll run it on first down with Connor. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down. They'll go again here to Connor. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's third down. Now, it's Murray. That'll be taken in by Connor. Looking for room out on the edge. Not going to find it. As a matter of fact, I think they tracked him down behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by the defense, and it's fourth down.
Anytime it's third and short, you better account for the running back out of the backfield, and that's exactly what they do here. Great job by the defense, taking him down for a loss. Brings up fourth down.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cardinals are back within a point. It's 14-13.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So Prater now, after the made field goal, back out to kick off. This is fielded inside the 5. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Niners offense getting set to get back to work. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. A short one there, caught by Kittle. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
On second down, Purdy. Open man is Jennings. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Great pre-snap identification by the quarterback, realizing that the blitz was coming and exactly where the soft spot in the defense would be. He's able to put that slant route right on the front shoulder pad of his receiver, leads to a real nice run after catch, and brings up first down.
They'll run here with McCaffrey. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. So Kittle comes in motion. Throwing on second down is Purdy. A throw on the move is caught. Purdy to Debo for a Niner first down.
This is just like recess, just playing one-on-one football and saying, all right, I'm throwing you the ball. You got to go get open. This is a great job by the receiver selling it at the top of his route. The defender thought he was defending a deep ball. He sticks his foot in the ground and comes back. Well-timed, well-executed, and a nice pickup.
One of the tight ends motions right. On play action, here's Purdy. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
Watch the pursuit by this defensive end. The quarterback tries to escape the pocket, but he just keeps on chasing him, and he closes that ground in a hurry and brings him down for a big sack.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Here's McCaffrey. McCaffrey, first down and more. And it will finally be brought down at the Niners' 7-yard line. It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up 1st and goal.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space, and man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up 1st and goal.
A run on 1st and goal. Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the plane, but a real solid gain on 1st and goal. Now here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Purdy. And he'll take it on in. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, San Francisco.
And this is just high-level quarterback play down here in the red zone. The way they teach them their progressions, Mike, it's touchdown, check down. You don't want to take a sack, and you certainly don't want to turn the ball over. He knows he has nothing down the field, nowhere to go to his receivers and tight ends. Check it down to your back, let them do the rest after the catch, and it results in a touchdown.
Moody now for the extra point. He's got it. And the 49ers extend the lead to 8. It's 21-13. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. On the return, it's Dallas. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Cardinals offense and their veteran running back James Conner set to take over again. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Now Murray. And this ball batted away and incomplete. James Conner, the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete. Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
So on 4th down, it's Blake Gillikin to punt for Arizona. Ricky Pearsall deep for the Niners. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. So here's Brock Purdy and this 49ers offense heading back onto the field. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. 1st down and 10. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Purdy now on 2nd down. Downfield, and it's caught by Ayuk. And he's going to take this one all the way. 75 yards. Touchdown, San Francisco. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
On is Moody to add the extra point. He's got it. And the 49ers add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. To return is Greg Dortch. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with 1st down. They'll run out of the gun, and this is Connor. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Linebacker Fred Warner brings him down. Second down and 8. Here's Murray. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
On third down, Murray. He's got his tight end. That's McBride. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Murray. Quick throw, taken in, and he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now Murray. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
We'll try and run for this with Connor. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Murray now. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Murray now on 2nd down. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
It's just so hard to get anything going when you're just not confident running your own system. And all these early sacks, yes, they kill drives, but think what it does to the quarterback. The quarterback just can't be confident operating out of the pocket. There's no rhythm, there's no timing, and everything you planned on doing today coming in is out the window.
A couple of 3rd down conversions already on this drive. This one tougher. This is 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Murray. That is caught at the 3. And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's a run with their tight end. Good blocking, and he's in. Tip Ryman. Touchdown, Cardinals. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score, and Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike, and it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Prater on to attempt the extra point. The kick is good. And the Cardinals are back within one score. It is an 8-point game. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Brandon Ayuk heading back onto the field with his 49er teammates. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe? Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried in the first half, it hasn't worked. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They don't want to repeat a first down, so they'll keep it on the ground now. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our halftime report. We saw a fine performance in the first half from the former Mr. Irrelevant, Brock Purdy. He was downright amazing with 3 touchdown passes and another one scored on the ground for good measure. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Niners offense and Brock Purdy headed back on the field for their next possession. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Purdy. Now he'll run it. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
A quarterback who can extend the play with his legs, Mike, is just such a key element to today's modern offenses. You can see there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, but he decides to turn into a runner, picks up a great gain, and ultimately a first down.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. That's taken in by Jennings. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Throwing is Purdy. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
The 49ers out for the punt. He'll punt for the 2nd time after hitting a beauty in his first effort. The visitors' offense headed back to take over once more. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Off the play fake, here's Murray. That'll be taken in by Connor.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
On the give, this is Connor. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
From the gun, it's Murray. He'll try and get there on the ground. Ooh. And he's out of bounds inside the 30. A big play and a much-needed one as well. A gain of 48.
And what a decision to turn into a runner and tuck that ball down and go. You could tell initially he's thinking, just pick up the first down and get out of bounds. But as the play unfolded, he realized there was a lot more green grass in front of me. For a minute, it looked like he was going to take it all the way, but he'll settle for the big gain, sets up first down.
Out of the gun, and they'll run it with Connor. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. Now a second down throw for Murray. He's got it at about the 8. And he will score. Trey McBride. Touchdown, Arizona.
Just a beautiful ball there by the quarterback. And the point I want to make here, Mike, and make sure the viewer understands is, in the NFL, if you have to wait for a guy to be open and then deliver the ball, it's too late. So often these quarterbacks throw their guy open. They anticipate where the void in the coverage is going to be. That's exactly the reason this play worked out here, Mike, and he's able to connect here for a big touchdown.
So Murray and the Cardinals come to the line. They'll try to add 2. Now they'll set up to throw. He's got a man. Take it in for 2. And we are all tied here in the third quarter.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. This one taken at the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. Both these offenses have been in form. Is the defense going to show up? Can anybody come up with a stop? All tied here in this third quarter, and it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Now, a handoff to McCaffrey. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
Here comes 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Purdy. He finds his big receiver, that's Jennings. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a 1st down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
On the handoff, McCaffrey. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. They'll run the toss with McCaffrey. And I don't think he got there with that one. Only needed a yard. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. And now we're looking at 3rd down.
Great job here defensively, Mike. Make them snap the ball again. 2nd and 1, they're not conceding anything. Make it 3rd and 1 and see if your defense can come up again with a stop for no gain.
They'll send a tight end in motion right. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
And that's going to work out well. Out of bounds, and they mark it inside the 5-yard line. The visitors' offense, and Kyler Murray set to take over once again. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. To throw is Murray. Quick slant into the hands of Wilson. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. From the shotgun, it's Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he's going to get this up to the 22-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Going to work Connor in the middle here. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Play action. It's Murray. He finds his man. It's Dortch. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
A couple of 1st downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. On the zone read, given to Connor. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now Connor. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
On 1st down, they'll stay on the ground with Connor. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
That'll be intercepted. And he is going to score. A pick six for the touchdown. What a play by the defense in a tie game. Not only do they come up with the turnover, Greg, they score the touchdown and take the lead.
And that's just a mistake, Mike, at this point in the game that you just cannot make on offense. You find yourself in a game that could go either way, and you just gift wrap the opposing team a chance to take it back the other way and take the lead.
Moody now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the 49ers will go up by 7. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. On the return, it's Dallas. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. Set to go now on 1st and 10. It's a zone read, and Murray hanging on to it. And he works his way through an opening, up past the 35. Nice run for 8 on that one.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Power run inside. Here's Connor. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Connor. And he's going to go backwards again. They went to him twice in a row. The defense stops him twice in a row for loss. And now it's 4th down.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
The Cardinals line up for a punt. He'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to hit another good one. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The 49ers offense ready to get back at it. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now Purdy. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
I'm not sure how many guys grow up wanting to be an NFL fullback, Mike. They don't get the ball a ton. They're used to do all the dirty work. But in this case, this guy's showing off. Hey, coach, you get the ball in my hands. I can do some things.
Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Purdy. This throw left side caught by Kittle. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
1st and 10 for Purdy. Right back to Kittle. That's another one. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
They'll put Ayuk in motion. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. He was trying to hook up with Deebo Samuel that time, and it'll be 3rd down.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
It's a pickup of 12. It's good for a Niners first down.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. On 2nd down, it's McCaffrey. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
So Kittle comes in motion. He keeps it himself, and they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
1st and 10. To throw, it's Purdy. He'll go right and find his running back, and they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. He'll get it into the hands of Kittle. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun. It's Purdy. He'll get this into the hands of Debo. And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
Purdy going to put it up again. Under pressure, and now he's going to go down back at the 8-yard line.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
It's back at the 8 now for 2nd and goal. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Christian McCaffrey, touchdown, 49ers. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
On is Moody to add the extra point. He gets it to go, and the 49ers will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Dortch now to return it. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Cards offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll start this drive on the ground, and it's Connor. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Murray. That's to the right side. Caught by McBride. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
You can tell the quarterback has built a lot of confidence in his ability to make plays today with his feet. The defense has had a hard time keeping him in check, and this time, much better job in pursuit. Even though he was able to get outside the pocket, they were able to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, it's Murray. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the two needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the fourth quarter.
On the handoff, it's Connor. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down, a pickup of 9.
And with that run, this back is closing in on almost 100 yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good chunk plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They'll go again here to Connor. And he'll be taken down.
It's been a really nice drive they've been able to put together, Mike, and I think the key word is balance. Not having to rely too heavily on either the run or the pass. Continue to mix it up, going back and forth. Keep the defense off balance. A lot of success.
They'll run it here, and it's Connor. Down to the 4, it'll be 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Connor. And he will score! Game on! James Conner. Touchdown, Cardinals. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Now Prater to tack on the extra point. He's got it. And the Cardinals will cut the deficit to 7. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Deebo Samuel going to get a chance to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10.